What's going on, everybody? This is John Carswell with another Buck Nose. Today's episode is brought to you by ix9.shop. That's ix, the number 9.shop. Visit ix9.shop for some great, fresh drip. Talking about this drip. So drippy, you feel me? So go get some. Use Next Level 35 for 35% off of your next purchase. Again, that's Next Level 35. It's all caps, all one word. The letters are connected. No caps. Next Level 35. And use your 35% off, and you get a 35% discount. Use that. So today we'll be diving in to a little bit of NBA playoffs, NBA finals. Final score was 120 to 108. Boston Celtics stole one on the Golden State Warriors home court. Jason Tatum had 12 points. 12 was 13 assists, it looks like. Didn't shoot well from the field. Al Horford had the big game. He had 26 and 15. You had Jaylen Brown, who had a 24, 7 and 5. Marcus Smart pitched in with a good solid, looks like it says 18. And even off the bench, we got Derek White. He came in off the bench, hit 5 threes, had 21 points. So that was big for them. Derek White was pretty big. Peyton Pritchard, he came in. He had he did well. Today we also have, I forgot to mention the stat check. Paul Carswell. He'll be here with us today.
Yo.
So
yeah, it's a pretty good looking box score. But any any thoughts about, I don't know, any of the players that you saw from last night's game, Celtics or Warriors? I guess you talked Celtics. Like, who stood out to you?
Oh yeah, like I said, I'd say Derek White. If you see what Derek White did, he had a pretty efficient game. Shot 6 for 11.
Played like 32 minutes.
Yeah, he played a while. He had a good game. He fouled a little bit too much, but I mean, they won the game, so it doesn't really matter. In the finals,
5 of 8 from 3. It's pretty good.
Yeah, in finals, you can't even get complacent though, because the whole next game will be completely different. So you gotta, it's like a whole. I don't know. You got to get.
Only went 8 deep. So they played Williams, White, and Pritchard. And then Thies only got 6 minutes. So really, they're only going 8 deep.
I mean, that's still solid. That's what you really want.
Yeah.
You really
I think it'd be more worried if it was like 7. If it was 7, I think I'd be worried, but 8's pretty good. Then you get that 9 guy who gets 5 minutes. Yeah.
You want to go look at the Warriors?
Yeah. I would say Jay Tate did have a rough game, but it was kind of cool. I think that
they
kind of flipped.
They can win a game without him, with him being a playmaker. That shows you that.
They can. I have a feeling that it won't stay that way, though. Like, if Jay Tate has another bad game, I'll go out on a limb and say the Warriors are going to take advantage. It was kind of weird to see the two of these teams flip, because it was like the Warriors were playing solo ball while the Celtics were playing team ball. It was kind of weird to watch, because Al Horford had a lot of kick shots made, kick out shots made. White had a lot of kick out shots made.
Good pick and pop.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll pull it to the Warriors real quick.
Yeah, I mean, what's it called? Who else? Robert Williams also played good minutes for them too. But I want to touch on this nigga. Oh, my bad. Clay Thompson went crazy. So did Curry in the first quarter. He had like 6 threes, which was like the most threes ever in like the first quarter in the finals. He shot like 6 for 8. Had like then he didn't even score in the second quarter. Didn't even score. So I feel like that's what really messed the Warriors up is in that second quarter. They had look. Can you go to quarter breakdown in the stats?
Yeah, hold on, let me find it. I don't know where I find it. I can't really like click on the quarter, I guess. Maybe I can play team stats. Do you know how I do that? Go quarter by quarter.
Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Go to team stats. I I guess not. I guess you can't. I don't know. Well, anyway,
Yeah, I don't know.
Curry didn't even
But
score in the
I
second
mean, either
quarter.
way, you look at the quarter, like you said, the quarter by quarter breakdown, that was nuts. Um, I think something to highlight. I know it's not. It's kind of sucks that it's not going to be able to show here. Maybe play by play would give a little bit more. But all I know is that Steph Curry had like 21 points. Oh, here we go. We can look at this.
Yeah, he had 21 points in the first quarter, but didn't even score in the second.
Right. And he ended up with 34. But that's what I'm saying. Where it's like the Warriors played team ball. The Warriors played one man ball.
But I wouldn't say
While
that because Clay still had a good game.
Well,
Andrew Wiggins
Clay had
still
a
had
good
a
game
good
too.
game.
Yeah, but I'm saying like after the first quarter, like it was Steph Curry ball first quarter, and then they never really transitioned to the rest of the team getting involved because Curry took all the shots early. So like, yes, Klay Thompson had a good game, but the only reason he had points up was because Curry wasn't scoring. And what I'm saying is like the whole rest of the early parts of playoffs, it felt like the Warriors were spreading the ball around. It was never like Steph Curry going off for just one quarter, especially not in the first quarter. And when that happens, it kind of like I feel like it kills the team flow for the rest of the quarter, for the rest of the game. If it's like one
Well,
man ball in the first quarter, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I understand.
So, and I think the Celtics were kind of forced to play team ball because of Jason Tatum not hitting the
Right,
shots. So
right.
it's got to be everybody from the start, which I think ended up paying dividends in the third and fourth quarter, or well, more so the fourth quarter. But yeah, Al Horford kind of came out of nowhere. I always shake my head whenever that guy's schwapping threes, and he had a couple big ones. Yeah, a couple. He led the team and made 3-pointers. That's so
Yeah,
wild.
he
That
went
just
six
blows my
for eight,
mind.
right?
He's like 6'10". He went six. Well, he went 6 for 8. I just think it's nuts. Like Al Horford, and then I heard another fun fact that said Al Horford. This is his first trip to the finals, so it would be kind of cool to see Al Horford take a win in the finals, just because he's been an All Star so many times, and now he's finally getting his chance at a championship.
I wouldn't say an all-star. I don't think he was ever an all-star, but
No, he
he was.
was.
He's been in the
He had to have
playoffs.
been.
No, he's been in the playoffs. I mean, he's but this he. That's what a lot of people have. That man. That's called what's called the LeBron factor. Like you know how Jordan, the Charles Barkley ain't never. You know what I'm saying? Get a ring because of him. A lot of people ain't go to the playoffs because of LeBron. And Al
Dude,
Horford's
Al
one of them.
Horford. I think Al Horford was. I mean, he was on the Hawks team that went like they were balling for like a few years in a row. They had top.
And you know what happened? The Cavs swept him second round
Yeah,
every
yeah, I
year.
know. I know. I'm trying to see if I can find like awards and stuff. I'm not seeing it.
So he's never been an all-star. I promise you that. Dang, he was the third pick.
2007. Yeah, remember that 2007 Florida team? They had 4 out of 5 guys went to the NBA and they beat Ohio State in the 2007 championship versus Mike Conley and Ohio State, and I think Greg Oden was on that team too.
Oh yeah, like Joakim Noah and them.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was never an All-Star.
Yeah,
All
he's never.
defense, All NBA, and All Rookie team.
That's what I'm saying. He's never been that good.
I think Corey Brewer was on that Florida team. Corey Brewer, Jordan Farmer. No, not Jordan Farmer. He was UCLA. Who was it?
That was Joakim Noah team.
Joakim Noah, yep. Al Horford, Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer, and a point guard. I can't remember who the point guard was. I'm gonna have to look it up. Because Florida football beat Ohio State 2006 championship too. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, Tebow and them.
Yep. Yes, exactly. Or was it Tebow? Is that Leak, dude? Jordan Leak or something like that. The white dude. They had one white dude on that team. I can't remember who it was. What the heck? Corey Brewer, Brett Swanson, Brennan Powell, Lee Humphrey, Joakim Noah. Oh my gosh. Maurice Spates. Yep, there it is. Al Horford. It must have been Maurice Spates was the other one. I know that 4 guys that went to the league. I mean, still playing. Went to the league. Played for what, 10 years?
Something like that.
Joakim Noah still in the league.
Corey
Brewer, 10 years. Like leaguers. That's wild.
Yeah, he was the guard.
There's some boys. Anyway. Yeah, I was a little bummed out by the Warriors. I mean, I never thought I'd see myself rooting for them, but given the fact that they're the 8th seed, and I don't know, something about when a team goes, especially when thinking about like other sports, it's like if a team takes a dip and goes and they're terrible for like 2 years and they come right back and first year kind of like make the championship, like that's tough. Good for them.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying the other week, man. That's what I was trying to tell someone about Clay, like to come off of, you know what I'm saying, 2 crazy injuries and come back and be able to compete at the top of the best basketball in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
It's crazy.
It's impressive. It's impressive. I mean, because really, like, well, and let's think about it too. Of the people who are on that team that went and won championship, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, which I was surprised. I didn't even know this guy was still alive, let alone playing basketball. Not that he was in trouble or doing anything, but I did not know he was still in the league.
You know what's crazy though? Check how many games he played this year.
Probably like 5. Literally just saving him for the playoffs. Games played. He had 5. Unless it's just that might just be the postseason. Regular season, 31 games. But he averaged 19 minutes. Was he hurt or something? Or he just didn't play?
He ain't play.
They don't need him to.
They literally saved him for the finals.
As they should. Oh my gosh, yeah, they did save him for the finals. Look, he's just here for the Western Conference Finals and the championship.
He didn't play in the Western Conference Finals.
No. Let's see his game logs. He played Boston. Yeah, no, he played Denver.
Oh, he played Denver, yeah.
That's wild. Still got minutes. Someone was hurt. Someone must have been hurt. Wasn't Steph Curry hurt for a little while?
Yeah, he was.
That might have been it. Steph Curry was hurt.
Probably.
So you look at that and you go, someone hurt here? No. They just ran him into the let me go to that. They just ran him into the game. maybe that's something that the Warriors stepped off on. Like if they had their normal rotation
Right.
and then one dude, okay, maybe Gary. I mean, did Gary Payton Jr. Was he playing?
He's injured.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, was he the guy who was getting minutes before? Like, is that why Andre Iguodala is in the rotation now? Because they're playing 8 guys too.
Yeah, I
Did he
feel
just
like
get
it's
injured?
the finals. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Gary Payton would get minutes out in the finals over Andre Iguodala, who's a well-known veteran and can still run him. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but you see what I'm saying? Where it's like, what did Peyton just get injured? Because if that's the case, then that would make sense where Iguodala
He
slides
got
in the
injured
A
in the
spot.
last series at the beginning of the series.
He got injured at the beginning of the series, last series. Okay.
Well, maybe in the first series against
Oh,
Memphis,
okay. What is it?
he broke his elbow or something like that.
Dang, seriously?
Yeah, remember he got clipped in the head
I missed it.
by
Oh
Dylan
yeah,
Brooks?
yeah, yeah. I remember that. I do remember hearing that. He got hit in the head and they were trying to you're like, was it the way he landed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he came down
Memphis.
on his elbow, like broke his elbow.
That's wild. That's wild. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Iguodala is still. I don't even know why he's still in the league, but obviously he's a factor. I wonder if that's going to impact.
But Udonis hasn't. He hasn't played. I don't know how many,
Right, and
but he's
he was
still on
playing
the
the
Heat.
series. Well, he's playing the last series that Houston, the Heat were in. I think. I mean, you need those role player guys. Like that's exactly why Iguodala's here to be like, hey,
No,
we've been here many,
I
many
don't think
times.
Udonis hasn't even played in finals at all.
So, well, no, not the finals, but just in the playoffs. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
Uh, you know,
I would like who. So if who's winning the series? Who's going to take a series? Because we ain't going to get back till Friday. There's going to be a couple games played by then.
um, you know, I want the Celtics to win, but I think the Warriors are gonna win.
I I want Jason Tatum to get the rep. I want him to become this generation's Mamba. But I mean, to be a Cavs fan or a proclaimed Cavs fan, should I say? Because I haven't really followed them much this year. And to see the team that kept us out of the playoffs or it kept us from winning championships. I think it's a big respect move to say I think Golden State is going to win. I believe Golden State's going to win because just the way they're playing team basketball. That's like a shot to pride for me to go like, yeah, I think they're going to win. So I'm going to go with Golden State in 6. I guess we'll reevaluate next week when we look at how the week went. But I also wouldn't be hurt though. I would love to see Jason Tatum average 40 on the way out from here and take the championship. I would love to see it, but real Golden State in 6. That's my call.
Yeah, I got Golden State in 7.
Okay. They're going to finish it in Golden State then. Tell me this.
Yeah.
Do you know why Golden State ended up getting the home court advantage? I don't understand that. Is it because of record?
So
Didn't really make sense to me
I
because they
think
were
it
like
goes
the
off
8 seed. Weren't they like the 8 seed or something crazy like that?
It goes to whoever off beat who in the regular season.
It goes to who?
Whoever it goes off the regular season matchups. So if they split at home court, if they split 1-1, like both teams went on the road, which that happened with the Celtics, and that's what happened. It goes down to like points, and it goes down to some. They add up all the points, and you can look it up.
So it's like there's
Look up
there's
how
a
home
metric
court
to it or whatever.
Yeah, it's all the numbers and added up and all that, and then they decide like that if it's like that.
Got it.
It goes off the season matchups. So say in the regular season, I beat you 2 times because the Western and Eastern they only play each other twice in a year. So
Yeah.
I beat you both times. I would get home court. If we split, we gotta they add up all the numbers and all that, and then they decide like that.
Got it.
Well, yeah, I got the like I said, I got the Warriors in 7, but
Warriors in 7.
I want the Celtics to win though.
Yeah, I sit with you on that. Buck
Uh,
knows.
so
You want to move to the NFL?
let's keep it pushing to the NFL rankings.
So we
I wanna
looked up
check these
NFL
out.
power rankings.
And what are they saying about the NFL? Then we can go to Browns and see what they're talking about with the Browns. Look up like Browns news. So who's in the top 10? We got Buffalo, Rams, 2. They lost a lot. They won't be there. Buccaneers, they might be there.
Post free agency, it went up.
Yeah, but they lost. They lost a couple people. The Chiefs, they won't be there. They lost their best wide receiver.
Is Gronkowski coming back?
They don't even know yet, so they don't know. That's a huge.
Like,
that will determine if they're right there or not. But keep going.
Yeah. All right.
Chiefs at 4. They lost a lot.
Chiefs at 4.
Packers, they lost a lot. They won't be there.
Let's see.
won't
Devontae
be
Wyatt.
6. Bengals, they'll be there.
Oh wow.
They'll be up in that.
I
They'll
mean,
be
Joe
up
Burrow's the truth,
They'll be
man.
like the second or third best team in the league. The Chargers will
think
be
so?
like, yeah, Chargers will be right behind them.
Player who
Cowboys,
benefited most. Isaiah
Cowboys, they
Spiller,
won't
that's not
be there.
bad. Isaiah Spiller is a
Cowboys.
nice PPR back.
Yeah, they got Austin Eckler, who's every down back, so he don't see no time.
Well, I'm saying he'll probably be a third down back or something like that out of the backfield, or he could. Austin Eckler would get most of it, but let's say if he gets 6 touches in a row, Spiller come in.
Right.
Mike Williams, they re-signed. He's a dog last year. Micah Parsons still stayed with the Cowboys. Won't be there because who's their quarterback? Is it still Dak Britt?
Yeah.
As long as Dak Britt's their quarterback, they ain't gonna do nothing.
You mean Dak Prescott?
Dak Prescott. Dak Britt is a quarterback for Westminster Titans when I was at school. Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Debo Samuel. Dude, I've never seen a guy play the wide receiver position like Debo Samuel. That's just wild.
Have you ever seen Percy Harvin?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying Percy Harvin didn't run the ball like Debo Samuel did.
Are you kidding me? He used to play running back. Look up Percy Harvin highlights right now. Percy Harvin been doing that. Punt return. Percy Harvin was a dog. I don't know if people know that. I think he's from Florida too, but he's a dog.
No, look at this. Okay, rush attempts.
Man,
Rush
look up.
attempts.
I didn't ask you to look up stats. I'm asking you to look up highlights. Go to YouTube.
I'm looking at this is. I mean, yes, stats are important, right? And highlights are important. But I'm saying like Debo Samuel rushes the ball 10 times a game. And that's what I'm saying is like, I mean, this is close. I didn't know that Debo Samuel got this many touches.
Right. 35 rushes. I mean, he's a wide receiver, or 15. Let's just say 22.
15 rushes in a season, that's 1 a game.
22. He's a wide receiver, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying about Debo Samuel. Run the ball 6 to 8 times a game. Debo Samuel runs the ball like crazy. They might as well they throw him in the backfield, like as much as a running back. Oh, I guess it's very similar. Okay, so 2021. At least they did this past year. 59 rush attempts, 8 touchdowns. So that's similar. That's similar to they played him like a running back last year. So that's like five rushes a game, roughly. 4 rushes a game.
Is that similar to Percy Harvin?
On one season, Minnesota ran him like that. But 345, so similar yardage. He's got 2 touchdowns here. yards per attempt, 6 yards per attempt. So it's probably running a lot of jet sweep kind of stuff. But Debo Samuel straight up lined up as like the third down back on a handful.
No. Percy Harvin's lined up. Man, can you listen to me? Look up Percy Harvin highlights, man.
I'm telling you, I'm saying that Debo Samuel all year.
He lined up in the I formation right behind the quarterback and took off. No jet sweep right up the middle. One hole. He ain't hesitate. He ain't wait. He hit the hole and was gone.
I got to know what's being discussed right now.
John's saying that Percy Harvin and Debo Samuel play like the same. And I was like, the way that Debo Samuel got used last year was, I'm not even gonna look at this. I don't want to lose our credibility being able to put this up on YouTube. But I'm looking at stats. And John's talking.
Hey, if you want to share, Paul, if you want to share anything on YouTube, just mute it and then change the speed to like 1.25.
Okay. Well, screw it. It's not important. It's basically the fact,
man,
that John's saying that Debo Samuel did not get used that Percy Harvin and Debo Samuel are like the same.
Look up Percy Harvin.
So Percy Harvin is running the ball like once, two, maybe three times a game.
Running that way out the backfield, out the I formation, going crazy.
I wish I could.
I just want to know how is Percy Harvin? Percy Harvin was a good player, but is he that great of a player to be referred to like 6 years after he's retired? I forgot who he was.
Well, the reason we're referring to him is because we were talking about Debo Samuel. We're looking at power rankings, talking about Debo Samuel, and Debo was like their whole offense last year. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw the ball a couple times last year.
I mean, that'll change, but
I'm not gonna lie, I barely know who Debo Samuel is.
Debo Samuel is the number one receiver, one of the number one receivers in the league this past year.
You didn't even know who won the finals last night, so it didn't even know the score. So,
Okay, fair enough. Debo
Samuel is that dude for San Francisco. The entire offense through San Francisco.
He's on the Niners.
Debo Samuel. Yes,
the
entire offense went through Debo Samuel.
That's why I'd say that's why I don't know who he is.
Well, he's not the entire offense. Slow down there, big fella.
Bro,
they got Kittle. I know Kittles.
If you're gonna give player of the team to someone, you give it to Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm giving it to Joey Bosa, O State product.
I almost just turned this whole stream off.
Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa is nice, but if you say San Francisco, you don't go Joey Bosa. You say San Francisco in 2021, you go Debo Samuel carried that team.
I just want to know.
You can't tell me.
I go George Kittle before I go Debo Samuel.
Are you kidding me?
Heck no.
Wow.
Look up George Kittle.
Well,
we can look him up gladly right now. Hold on.
You want to go?
I will.
Look! Are you kidding me?
You know why I'm going to stop you? You know why I'm going to stop you from saying George Kittle is the offense of San Francisco in 2021? Because the dude only played like 8 games last year. He only played like 8 games last year.
Okay,
2021.
Man,
the year before that, he was injured too.
He still had 71 catches, man, with damn near 100,000 yards. Quit playing.
8 games last year. 8 games 2022. 14 games in 2021. Debo Samuel played 19.
All right, but he got injured.
Yards per reception, 12.8. Debo Samuel, more receptions and more yards per reception.
Look at Debo Samuel's stats in 2020, though. Look at Debo Samuel's stats in 2020. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you putting up wide receiver.
So you guys are acting like he's been like the greatest for years. He had one good year.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So you're
defending him like he's the greatest, which he can be clearly, but I mean.
So I'm pretty sure Debo Samuel got injured this year in 2020.
Same thing as Kittle.
I was gonna say just like Kittle, but guess what? Debo Samuel came back from his injury and had a superstar year. George Kittle came back from his injury and he was like, "Hey, it's nice to have you on the team."
Bro, he was injured last year, bro.
How did we even get on this topic? Do you guys think Garoppolo is like the greatest or something?
No, we were talking power rankings, and San Francisco's number 9. Who benefited most? I said Debo Samuel. They say Debo Samuel. Niners spent 2 of their first 3 picks on receivers and running backs. Should be beneficial to their quarterback. Trey Lance.
Yeah, they got
Garoppolo's
Trey
not even
Lance
mentioned.
quarterback.
Garoppolo's not even going to be back next year.
Are you
It
working your
doesn't
way from the
matter.
bottom or the top?
Come on,
Top,
man.
from the
Come
top
on,
to
man.
top down.
People fail to realize real. Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback of the team last year. Jimmy Garoppolo led the team. They give the quarterbacks the credit to getting their team to the playoffs. So they got Jimmy Garoppolo got their team to. I don't care about his numbers. Numbers are mediocre.
Hold on,
team-
please. I got to get a timeout here.
But
Then
the team
I
led us to
submit to both of you that Baker Mayfield is not that bad either. Because according to you, if getting your team to the playoffs is all that matters to be a good quarterback, then you got to start eating your own words right now.
Okay, but no, it doesn't matter though because Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't throwing 30 picks in a year.
We're talking. We're talking.
never done
We're talking 2020 Baker. Forget
2020
2021.
Baker. Even 2020 Baker. Jimmy Garoppolo's never thrown more interceptions than touchdowns.
2020 Baker is the equivalent of Jimmy this year.
No.
And so therefore,
no. There's no years that Jimmy Garoppolo you can compare that are like Baker Mayfield. None.
I'm not going down.
Fully
I'm not going
recovers
down.
from his March 8th shoulder surgery.
100% throwing like accuracy, you know what I'm saying? QBR, all that.
Buck,
The team has already stated that they're willing to hold on to Garoppolo.
Buck, how do you watch the NBA Finals?
It's on ABC Spectrum.
Oh, so you got
it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube TV too.
Is it really?
I got Spectrum. So ABC.
But yeah,
it's on
YouTube. Yeah, it's on. Well, I don't have YouTube TV, but I know it's on YouTube TV because Nick Cannon keeps doing the advertisements for it.
All right,
It
nice.
pops up all the time.
So
anyway, the whole
okay, you guys
point
got to
of
tell me
talking
who
about
won.
this
By the
is
way, you got to
because
tell me
Debo
who won.
Samuel is the offense of San Francisco.
That's fair to say, based on what I know now. Who had him in our league last year?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, he popped off every single day.
Who?
Debo Samuel.
Man, listen. I'm trying to tell you.
Man, what?
He's not better than George Kittle. George Kittle, when you see commercials, you don't see Debo Samuel, you see George Kittle and Jimmy Garoppolo.
All right, how you want to measure this? Because I tell you that Debo Samuel can put him out of his misery in every single of these average categories.
Bro, go look at George Kittle in the year that his greatest year and compare it to Debo's greatest year.
It doesn't matter about greatest year. It's 2021. We're talking about last year.
No. I'm telling you, go take George Kittle's greatest year, his best year, and go take Debo's best year. Compare those 2 years. I don't care what years they are.
That's a stupid comparison though, because as you can see, Debo
Compare
Samuel's
those
25,
years.
George Kittle's 32.
Hold on. Compare those years, and then go get those numbers, and go see where Debo lined up against his peers, and go see.
That's a really good comparison. That's a really good comparison. Adam, shut up. That's a really good. That's a really good comparison, John. If Debo Samuel and George Kittle had played the same amount of years, but guess what? You're comparing a 30-year-old to a 25-year-old. That's 4 more years in the league, where you have 5 more years in the league where you have chances to get more stats accumulated than what Debo Samuel was able to do last year.
I'm talking about their best years and their best years. Compare the best years. I'm not.
But that's not a fair comparison because the career is not complete. Debo Samuel can have a better year this coming year than he did just now.
John,
I'll tell you.
Compare Garoppolo and Baker's best years.
No, nobody wants to talk about Garoppolo and Baker.
We can do that.
The argument right now is who is San Francisco's offensive cornerstone, and it is Debo Samuel. That goes without arguing. For 2021, that goes without.
You got to fill Papa in on why this is even the topic.
No, I can wait.
So it's easy. We're talking about power rankings. That's all it was. San Francisco's number 5. Who benefits most? Debo Samuel. I said that Debo Samuel was San Francisco's cornerstone offensively. He does everything. He runs the ball. He catches the ball. He does it all. And John was saying George Kittle is their best player. Actually said Joey Bosa first. I'm like, if you think of San Francisco, the first person that should come to mind is Debo Samuel, not Joey Bosa.
Yeah,
not definitely in 2021, definitely not George Kittle.
Yeah. No argument.
I stay state players, man. I'll go out. I don't.
All right, Buck, almost everything, but I'm gonna put you in a spot here because Let's just go averages. Yards per game, yards per reception, 18 versus George Kittle had 12.
George
Total
Kittle's
touchdowns.
also
Hey, one of the big things.
He's getting wide receiver numbers. He's playing. Come on now. Come
One of
on
the
now.
big things. One of the big things I remember. Hang on, let me throw this in 2 cents. One of the things I definitely remember about football and basketball is touches. And if you've got a wide receiver, you've got a wide receiver that's catching the ball, but a wide receiver that also is doing end rounds, that a wide receiver is returning kicks. You know, those are the guys that are going to be more impactful. Unless you have
Debo Samuel's doing it all.
So
unless you have Mark Richards.
all right, so
who
listen
plays
to
for-
this. So listen to this. So to Adam's point with Baker and Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo just last year threw 20 touchdowns and had 12 interceptions for 3,800 yards with a completion percentage of 68.3.
That's great.
Baker
Good for him.
Mayfield has never even came close to those numbers.
Now compare that to
And he
his
played
2020
15
numbers. Compare that to his 2020. Compare that to his
Nobody
2020.
cares about Jimmy
27
Garoppolo.
touchdowns? Baker had 27
Say
touchdowns.
less.
Baker had
Nobody
27
cares about Baker.
No, I'm just saying-
Baker versus Garoppolo is not a contest. It's not.
Is that like Luke Walton and Sasha
And he also led his
Pavlovich?
team to the playoffs. He also got his team to, the championship, the AF, not the AFC. You feel? Yeah, whatever it is. You know, the playoffs, far deep in playoffs.
Jimmy Garoppolo and Baker Mayfield is not a comparison. Jimmy Garoppolo Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Baker Mayfield if you look at it.
Well, he is, guys. But listen, Paul, John just gave those numbers there and talked about how great they were. Well, Baker in 2018 was 27-14. That's better than 20-12. And then he was
John said 28.
And 2020, he was 26-8 as far as touchdowns and interceptions. So I think he's as good as Garoppolo. I know that's not the discussion, but don't tell me Jimmy's leagues ahead of Baker.
I don't think league's ahead, but I think Garoppolo is pretty clear cut superior quarterback.
Jimmy got a ring.
What? What'd you say?
Doesn't Jimmy Garoppolo got a ring?
He was in New
Got a
England.
ring.
I think in New England, but he started the game that they won.
Wow,
Right. So
this is a
he
weird
won a
conversation.
Super Bowl.
It's a weird conversation.
Didn't Tom Brady get
It is
injured? That's
very-
why Jimmy
I
got.
can't put a player that won a Super Bowl. I can't play that Super Bowl better than a player
is
that
weird.
has not even got and was the #1 pick.
This is weird.
Let's just end this conversation with the acknowledgement, John, that Debo Samuel is the peak of the offense for the San Francisco 49ers in 2021. That
Right,
shouldn't be an argument.
Teams would say
I'm
this: we can't let that guy beat us.
Greatest.
John, when you play basketball, teams would say, I'm sure that your coach would say, we can't let
Right,
that
and
guy
I
beat
guarantee
us.
you on the defensive side, right, that's what they're saying with Joey Bosa. He's getting 3 players. He's getting the tackle, the guard, and the tight end. He's getting the chip and double team. Joey Bosa is the leader of that
You're
team.
not
okay?
wrong. You're not wrong.
Well,
But when it comes to impact,
but when it comes to the greatest impact, I don't know.
when it comes to the greatest impact, I think you're going Debo Samuel all day long. They're like, if we can limit this guy to scoring 1 touchdown and 1 touchdown alone, then we've won the day. That's my argument. This dude, oh my gosh, 6 touchdowns in receiving,
All right.
8 touchdowns rushing. He ran the ball more than he caught touchdown. That's just crazy to me. Wide receiver.
All right.
So I'm gonna rest there. I think that Debo Samuel is the player of their team.
All right. So what's
Let's see where the Browns sit.
4 and 9.
I'll actually say, I think I told you guys this earlier.
Hold on, come on now. Slow down there. You got the Ravens at 10. Hold on. They lost a lot of people. Titans, they lost a lot. They won't be there.
Yeah, they lost what's his name? The receiver.
AJ Brown
They traded to the Eagles.
and
Yeah.
Julio Jones.
Yeah, and Julio Jones is he's a Patriot now, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I wonder what
He's
happened.
he's still at home like us.
He's sitting at home like us. Broncos irrelevant.
They got
They have
Russell
him at
Wilson.
12.
They
I think
won't
that's
be.
high. I think that's high.
They won't have. They got
Russell,
Russell
man.
Wilson. They won't be. They will not be irrelevant. They got Russell Wilson. They got Jerry Judy, and they got
Hold on.
Cortland Sutton. Two great receivers. Go back up. Hold on, because you just called the Denver Broncos irrelevant. So we're gonna slow down here. We're gonna slow down.
I called him
gonna
irrelevant
slow
for
down.
a reason.
Okay, well, Russell Wilson also has a Seahawks team that doesn't build around him, never built around him. So don't even.
I don't know, man.
And
He
still
had
put
some.
up numbers.
He never had a tight end that was worth anything last
Tell me
year.
one player. You can't even tell me one player besides Russell Wilson that was on the offense of the Seattle last year. And besides him
Can I
and
just
Tyler
say maybe
Lockett,
he
who else?
maybe
Mr.
Tyler
Metcalf.
Lockett and
Metcalf.
yeah,
and
DK Metcalf.
DK. Okay. Who
Mr.
else?
Metcalf.
Who's their running back? You don't even know.
They had a
can't even-
committee of running backs that were
Rashad Penny.
They were
capable
Penny
of doing
was-
better than they did.
They were terrible last year, John. What are we even talking about?
Right, and the defense had nobody.
Well,
No,
they were terrible.
no offensive line. So the Seahawks don't build around him. So he's going to the Denver Broncos. I got Jerry Judy, like I said, and Cortland Sutton. Two wide receivers that will be.
Bro, DK Metcalf was one of the top receivers in the league last year. And Tyler
He
Lockett.
won't be next year. He will not be next year.
Oh my God. Jerry Judy
Jerry
didn't even
Jeudy
play
and
half a
Cortland
season this year.
And Tim Patrick were good receivers last year, and Noah Fant were all good players with a no-name quarterback.
Yes, good,
So now
just
they're gonna
good.
get- now they're
DK
gonna get
Metcalf
a-
was
Now they're going to get a future Hall of Fame at quarterback and go crazy. I guarantee you they'll have two, maybe three players with 1,000 yards receiving.
That's a bet. I'll take.
all right. Yeah, it's a bet. I'll take two. I'll take the under on
Jerry
that.
Judy and Cortland Sutton will both have 1,000 yards.
That's a bet.
I'll take the under on that one, John. I will
They'll
take the
have
under
at
on
least two
that.
to three. They'll have at least 2 to 3 players over 1,000 yards receiving.
Again, I'll take that. I'll take that bet.
What's
the wager?
no, we're not getting into this. We'll do it offline.
All right.
I don't want you to lose. I don't want you to lose your money on a recorded line.
They also have. Well, hey, I wouldn't be too sure about that, but
Oh, so here, I'll give you this. You're gonna have 3 players with 1,000 yards, potential. I would say all-purpose yards if you include Melvin Gordon. If you say 3 receivers or even receivers and tight ends with 1,000 yards, I'd take the under on that. But if you include Melvin Gordon, if you say Melvin Gordon,
players over 1,000 yards.
It's getting smaller now. It was 2 to 3.
So hold on. You're saying 2 to 3 players. Sorry, you said 3 players. And are you talking about receive? You said 3. Are we talking about receiving yards? Or are we talking about all-purpose yards?
I'm saying I bet you that there will be 2 to 3 players with 1,000 yards receiving.
Guys, has there ever been a team with 2?
This will be.
I'm sure there has been teams with 2.
If this will be one of the first ones. It's called Mile High for a reason. They're gonna let that bad boy sing.
If there was ever
No, you're a mile
team to
high.
have,
That's what's going on. You're a mile
if
high.
there was, so here, we'll just last little thing and we'll jump away from this. But if there was ever a team to have 2 receivers with over 1,000 yards in the NFL, what team would it be? And I'll look it up and I'll see if you got it right.
It would probably be a team with Patrick Mahomes, with Kelsey and Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
But where's the
I
third?
probably did it in 2020.
Right. But what about what? So what's your argument here?
What's the third?
No, just your
That-
claim
that
that Russell
Mahomes-
Wilson is the one.
Mahomes throws way more attempts than Wilson does. That's my.
Right. And Wilson will. There's okay. I don't know about that, but because all they did last year was throw the ball. They had no running game.
Hey, for real, Justin Chargers quarterback. What's his name? Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert might have did it. Justin Herbert might have did it last year. He might have did it last year with Mike Williams.
Herbert's overrated.
Yeah, with Mike Williams and
Herbert's
whoever the other
overrated.
receiver
You're
is.
gonna eat those words in a very short time. Guarantee you about that.
3 receivers
that?
with 1,000 yards receiving.
Justin Herbert is not overrated. He's actually
He's pretty
up there
good.
with Joe Burrow. He's up there with Joe Burrow.
I'd say top 5. I'll give him top 5
Wow.
Right now,
in the league.
yeah, top 5
In the
for
league
sure.
right now.
So who's the top
Justin
5
Herbert would
quarterback?
be like number 5.
Let me know your top 5 quarterbacks right now.
We're getting distracted.
What's that?
Top 5.
Let me know your top 5 quarterbacks.
Not Herbert.
Top 5.
Real quick.
Patrick
It should be
Mahomes,
boom,
Jared
boom,
Goff.
boom. Okay.
Patrick
Wow,
Mahomes,
you
Jared
said
Goff.
Jared Goff?
Josh Allen.
Brady.
Hold on, you said
Aaron Rodgers and
if
Justin.
Brady's
Justin
not
Herbert.
number 1.
okay.
No, Brady-
say it again.
no,
Please say it
no,
again.
not
Please
Brady.
say it again. What'd you say?
I said Mahomes. And actually, we could, yeah, sure, just take this order and ranking. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's fine.
You're not putting
Say
Matthew
Mahomes.
Stafford in there?
This is your ranking. It doesn't matter what's right or wrong.
I said Jared Goff. I meant Matthew Stafford. That's my error.
Okay.
That's my error. So Patrick Mahomes, Matthew
That'd been funny.
Stafford. Yeah, that would have been really bad. Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford. Who else did I say? Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, and Justin Herbert probably be number 5.
Okay, so I got Lamar Jackson as 1. I got Patrick
I was
Mahomes
gonna put him in there,
two.
but also
Patrick
I
Mahomes
don't.
at 2.
yeah.
Deshaun Watson at 3. Josh Allen at 4.
Deshaun Watson.
No,
I
actually, I got Aaron
I don't know
Rodgers
about you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I need to do some research.
at 4 and Josh Allen at 5.
I don't know about you guys, but I need to do some research before I start throwing out.
All right. Next week we'll bring up. We'll
do some research about Deshaun Watson.
About
next
the
week
top
we'll bring our
quarterbacks.
next week we'll bring our top 5 quarterbacks
Okay,
to the
okay.
table.
All right. Did you hear mine though?
What'd you say? Yeah, you said Lamar
said-
Jackson, Patrick Mahomes.
Watson.
Keep going.
Deshaun Watson.
Crazy, you put him over Josh Allen.
Nope. Deshaun Watson. Look at the numbers. Deshaun Watson.
Look at the numbers that he didn't play last year.
It doesn't matter about last year. Look at the numbers that in the years that he played. Compare the numbers that he's played. That's all that matters.
Oh, you mean the year before where they went like 4-12?
Look at his numbers still. Look at his numbers individually. We're talking about
Hey,
their numbers.
all right.
In the history of the NFL, there's only been 5 times where a team has had 3 receivers with over 1,000 yards. 5 times in the history of NFL. Happened in 1980, 89, 95, 2004, and 2008. The last time it happened was with, and it just barely, Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden, and Steve Preston with San Diego. I'm sorry, with Arizona.
Steve Preston.
Cardinals.
Yep. And that only happened.
Wow.
Again, the last time that happened was 2008. So for John to say 3 guys, dude, I'll take that bet.
2 to 3. You guys are acting like.
But what is 2 to 3 guys? What does that mean? 2 to 3.
That means a
I think,
possibility that
John, if
might be 2, 3 at most. Might
2
be
is
3 at
very
most, but
common. 2 is
There's gonna be at
relatively
least
common.
2.
3 is rare.
There's going to be at least 2.
I'll give you 2, but 3 is rare. 5 times in football history, dude. That's why I
how
said
about
I'll
this,
take
Pop?
that bet.
Pop,
Hey,
look up this stat. I'd like to see this. Last time a team had 4 players with over 1,000 all-purpose yards, not including a quarterback, I guess. So I don't know how 4 skill positions with over 1,000 yards. So that would mean like running back. If there was like dual backs that had 1,000-yard all-purpose yards and 2 receivers with 1,000 yards.
all right. So look at Paul. While you're right
If
here,
you can
look
find
up,
that,
look up Deshaun Watson right quick, and
Bro.
look up Josh Allen.
Don't we have another subject?
yes, we do.
Stats.
Josh Allen. I think you're gonna be sadly mistaken here.
Okay.
Did you already look at it?
No, I didn't. Right? No.
I have a
Go
feeling you're gonna be sadly mistaken here.
Okay. Almost threw for 5,000 yards the year he played. With
He said the year he played because last year he casually just took it off.
All right. Okay.
You ready? You ready to be stumped? You
Yep.
see this? It's
Yep.
less, right? But
Yep.
where is it at? They don't show his rushing stats. Josh Allen has led his team in rushing for the past 2 years.
Bro, he's ran for 200 yards, bro. You act like he ran 1,000 yards. Like, I can understand if you're talking about Lamar Jackson. That's why I put him at number
Dude,
one.
hold on. This doesn't show rushing stats next to each other. I'm gonna pull up like ESPN or something.
Come on.
I'm sure you guys talked about last night's game already. So.
Who's a better
Yeah.
quarterback?
Yeah. Who's a
You
better
said what?
quarterback? Josh Allen.
No.
Josh Allen.
You comparing him to Deshaun Watson, Paul?
Yeah.
Heck no.
Well,
Josh Allen.
minimally, Josh Allen can play. we don't have to wait to see if he's going to be suspended, so that makes it better.
What do you mean? Josh Allen or Deshaun Watson? You talking about Deshaun Watson?
Josh Allen. Right now, we're not wondering if he's going to be able to play or not. We already know he is.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Doesn't even matter. Look at it. He's played before.
I know.
All right. Deshaun Watson passing and rushing versus Josh
Yeah.
Allen passing and rushing.
Look at this. Okay, no, hold on. Go to what's his name? 48 with
Deshaun Watson.
7 interceptions. Come on now.
All right. Look at this.
You ain't got no years throwing or running better than that.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at this. You see
we
this?
don't, what?
You see this? What does that say?
90 yards.
No, 90 attempts,
440
440,
400 yards. I mean,
90
400 yards. You got me much
40
jumbo.
yards, 4.9 per rush, 3 touchdowns. You ready?
Yeah.
That's only 30 more attempts, 300 more yards,
Okay.
1 more yard per carry, 3 more touchdowns.
Okay. Now, how many more? Now let's go up to passing, because he got 400 more yards in passing.
Only.
Okay, so only 300 more yards in rushing then. Keep it the same now.
And 36 touchdowns in 15. So he's got 8 more interceptions with 3 more touchdowns.
Go back to the touchdowns.
Now let me throw this curveball in there. Let me throw this curveball in there. Let's see.
And how many touchdowns did Josh Allen have? Let's go back to Josh Allen.
Let's see his game logs.
This
Hold on, I
is-
want to see his game logs in 2022 or
For
2020.
the year.
This is weird.
Well, you're weird.
Where's his postseason? Where's his postseason? Oh, wait a minute.
Josh Allen's postseason?
This is
didn't you
2020. Hold on. This is his breakout year.
Postseason.
This is his breakout year. Where's his postseason? Loss. 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 0 for 5, 1
Bro,
for
we had
5,
a
2
team
for
that
5,
was giving up 40 points.
2 for 6, 3 for 6, 3
Oh,
for
Lord
7,
Jesus. Oh,
3
Lord
and 3 and 8,
I can't, it's hard to.
4 and 8,
This should tell
4
you
and
why
9,
he
4 and 10, 4 and 11, 4 and 12.
Bro, it doesn't even matter, bro. He's putting up these numbers. So these numbers don't mean anything. Those numbers aren't
You
great.
said, wait a
Those
minute.
numbers aren't at the top of the league.
Remember earlier in the year in the conversation, you talked about Jimmy Garoppolo having a ring that made him better somehow?
You said what?
1 and 0, 2 and 0, 3 and 0, 4 and 0, 4 and 1, 4 to 1, 4 and 2, 5 and 2, 5 and
Jimmy
3,
Garoppolo
6
is a
and
better
3,
quarterback, though.
6 and 4,
Number
7
one.
and 4, 7 and 5, 8 and 5,
getting
9 and
better
5,
number
10
one.
and 5, 11 and 5, 11 and 6.
Jimmy Garoppolo's had. Never.
Okay.
Postseason.
Jimmy
Well,
Garoppolo could be a second string quarterback that hasn't played 40 years in the league.
Well,
All I'm saying is that Josh Allen has the close to, if not a little bit more numbers, like pretty much same numbers, except on a winning team as a quarterback who you said
Okay,
is
okay,
you
I
said
got
the
a question for
quarterback
you
is
then.
the
Okay,
corner of the league.
I got a question for you then. You take
Can
Josh
we
Allen.
end this up after this question, John? Can we
Hold
just
on,
make
you
our final statements? Can we make our final
hold on, hold
statements?
on, hold on. You put hold on. Put Josh
Yes or
Allen
no?
on. Put Josh Allen on Houston. Is he having Deshaun Watson numbers? Is he having these
No,
numbers?
because he's on Buffalo.
John, that's
No, no.
hypothetical. Let's make one statement. Let's make
Answer
one
the question.
statement.
Just answer the question. Answer this. Just think about it. If you
I'm
put
thinking.
Josh Allen on Houston, it doesn't matter if it was real. It doesn't matter if it's fantasy. Just do it.
If
If
I
he
put
was
Josh
on
Allen on
team,
Houston, what
right,
happens?
He would not have these numbers, and he would not have the numbers that Deshaun Watson that would have.
Yeah,
You
but
would have
those are,
better numbers.
that's hypothetical. John, let's do this. Let's make our
That's
closing
facts, though.
statements. Let's make our closing
Come on,
statements
we
and
know
move on.
that, though. You know that.
Remember,
I
Buck,
don't think it's I don't think it's a question that Josh Allen is better quarterback than Deshaun Watson.
All right.
I don't think it's a question.
I think you
But,
guys
okay,
are allowed
so
to have your
you're
opinion.
saying if any of this stuff never happens, whatever, all this goes away, and Deshaun Watson plays, and he has, if he plays, I guarantee you, the Browns.
Yes, yes.
Guarantees a big word.
We go to the bowl.
Yikes. I almost clicked stop share again.
On a great team. We have a great team. We have a great team.
All right, we're
Right?
moving
We have
on.
a great
We're
team.
moving on.
So nobody's on a
Moving
great
on.
team. Watch
Buck knows.
this year.
Buck
but
knows.
If we play the full year for the Cleveland Browns,
You heard
God
it here
willing,
first.
You heard it
we're going
first.
to the bowl, baby.
You heard it
We're
here
going to the
first.
bowl, baby. Super Bowl.
He's that good, everyone.
You heard
I'm
it here
saying,
first.
see the numbers,
Browns
though.
are going to the Super
Numbers
Bowl if
say
Deshaun Watson plays.
You can't tell me about
Who's
a
that?
player
Wait, who's that good? Who's
48
that good? I missed
48
the argument on this part.
Deshaun Watson.
Who's starting for
I hope
another
so.
48?
I hope so.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah. Actually, for your sake, for our sake, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
4,800
All right.
yards. That's all I got to say.
Moving on. Moving
Hey,
on.
Firehouse subs looking good. That's another unofficial
Yeah, it
sponsor.
does look pretty good. Buck, take us the MLB.
Man, why we got to do the MLB? We ain't even done with football. We ain't even get done with the top 10 yet.
All right, then. Well, you take the wheel and drive. We'll listen. Go ahead.
I thought I was, but shoot, I feel like I'm in a driver's ed car with 2 wheels and 2 brakes.
All right, I'm listening.
And
I'm listening. Make your statements, Reverend. Keep going.
go ahead, Chief.
All right, keep going down, all the way down. Scroll down. Who? All right, 11. All right, 12. Okay, 13. Hold on, slow down. We got 14. Okay,
Who's Indianapolis' quarterback this year?
Matt Ryan.
Okay.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He got traded there.
Huh.
The Phillies will be better than I think. The Phillies. I don't know. I feel like ESPN has a lot of teams that at the top that's going to actually finish.
You mean
towards
the
the bottom.
Eagles? Is that what you said? The Phillies? You mean the Eagles?
I was going to say something about the Eagles. Yeah, but I'm going to say that first that ESPN has a lot of teams that I feel that are going to be at the top of the league and near the bottom.
Keep rolling.
So like the Eagles. The Eagles will be a top 10 team.
They will be or will not?
They will be. The Browns will be a top 10 team. The Dolphins will be a top 10 team.
Yikes.
The Cardinals will not. The Saints will be a top 10 team.
So that means there's somebody in the top 10 you want to remove. So when you get done with
Yep.
this, I'll go back up. I want to see who he wants to kick out.
Okay. Who I'm going to remove? Go top
I
10.
love seeing
Not
this.
yet, not yet.
I
We gotta
love
go through.
seeing them bottom
Pittsburgh,
half.
They'll have quarterback problems, but so I feel like that's accurate.
Keep rolling,
Go
Paul.
to the, go
My
to
bad,
the
my
top.
bad.
Tell them. We're going.
I feel like all these teams deserve to be here.
We need to go scroll up. We need to scroll up. Yeah, all those teams deserve to be there. But the
Seattle.
team-
Lions at the bottom. Sorry, guys. Oh, Falcons at the bottom. And the Panthers.
All right, so back to the top. So we've got to take 3 of these teams out of this top 10, according to Bucknose.
Yep.
Yep.
Got to take 3
We're
of them
gonna
out.
we're gonna.
All
Who you
right.
taking?
Oh, remember we were talking about Josh Allen and Deshaun Watson? Josh Allen's team is ranked number 1 preseason
Are we
ranks.
taking them out?
Okay, but they won't be.
Are we
The,
taking them out? They won't be top 10?
Oh no, the Bills will be top 10. Yeah, the Bills will be
Keep
top
going.
10.
That's next. Rams top
Rams?
10?
I don't feel like they'll be top 10.
Rams?
No,
Well, that's depending
No.
on if they get Odell
Okay.
back. That's all depending on if they get Odell back.
That's fine. That's fine. You can think that. So they're coming out. Who else is coming out?
take them out.
No,
Tampa
let
Bay
him
will
let Buck tell us.
Tampa Bay will not be there.
Kansas City?
They'll be there.
Kansas City wasn't in it last year.
Oh, you're sound crazy.
Oh,
Top 10. I thought they fell out and like barely made it in the playoffs.
oh, no.
No, you sound crazy.
I'm wrong.
Green Bay going to be in top 10?
Top 10.
They will be? Okay.
Ooh,
Top 10.
Top 10? Yes?
first to go maybe.
No, he already said
They'll be
Tampa
there.
Bay's out. He already said the Rams and
Dallas
Tampa
out.
Bay are out.
Dallas is out.
So Dallas is out. I'm with you there.
Dallas is out.
Chargers, Dallas.
Niners out.
That's 3.
What? No.
Yeah, that's it.
Actually, no. Hold on. I'm sorry. Actually, you got the Ravens who will not be there, the Niners who will not be there, and the Cowboys. Niners, Cowboys, Ravens will not be there.
The Ravens are number 10. You're saying they're going to be higher or lower?
Lower. They will not be top 10. They lost their best receiver. They have questions at the receiver. They're going to be relying heavily on their defense.
I'm
They
going to
have-
say something about the Ravens that kind of
And well, they got J.K. Dobbins coming back, but on the wide receivers, they got nobody.
I had Mark Hollywood Brown as one of my wideouts last year, and he really had a disappointing season.
And he's in Arizona, so I
No, I'm
suggest
just saying they're not losing that much with losing him. And you said they were the best receiver. He was on my fantasy team the last 2 years, and
right. But
he
Mark
disappointed.
Andrews was Lamar Jackson's go-to.
Mark Edwards.
Yeah, him and Matt. Yeah, Mark Edwards. I think it's Andrews. I think I said Andrews.
Not Edwards.
Mark Andrews.
Andrews.
Mark
Yeah,
Andrews.
But him and Hollywood Brown are the 1 and 2 punch.
Okay.
Now they don't even got a number 2.
I can't remember the other receivers, but I know Brown had a disappointing season.
He was also injured last year a lot. His rookie
I know.
year,
I had him on my fantasy team.
he had an impressive year. But those are the 3 teams that will not be top 10.
All right. Heard it
All
here
right.
first.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right.
What you got? What do you want to talk about in Major League, John?
Baseball. Jose was the first player to have 50 ribbies.
Yeah. I heard something that said that he's on pace. Not that he's going to actually do it, but he's on pace for 192 RBIs or something like that. It's unreal. It's not going to happen, but
No, I heard 148. Paul.
148. I heard. Okay, 148. I'm wrong.
And 47 home runs or something.
Who's leading
It's the
league in
last
home?
30 days, so
Let's go for the year. I don't like last 30 days. Let's go for the year.
What do you mean?
Like this
last
year,
30 days tells you how the month of May went.
this
basically.
year so far.
So the
Top
funny thing
OPS
is,
goes to
guys,
Goldschmidt.
So funny thing is, guys, let me just throw this into the mix of
So go to
soup
home
that
run, who's leading the
we're
league in
cooking
homers?
now. So here's one thing that I think is very interesting in the mix of soup that we're cooking here, is that sometimes, and I know for fantasy baseball, you guys are caught up in statistics. That's what the game's all about. But winning baseball, winning basketball, winning football definitely does not always come down to individual stats. So you always want to keep stats in perspective.
Oh yeah, there's some things that the stat board can't get.
Exactly. And that's why just be careful how much emphasis you put on stats.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's where you factor in the team's record as well.
I feel like that's more sayable in like basketball because of tip ball. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff that in the games that win you the game. But what are those? What are some of those things that are like that in baseball? Then
Well, I
defense-
think something you could point out right here, Pop, to support your theory. Look at the
Like the
top
shit
OPS in the league.
Mhm.
The highest from the New York Mets organization is Pete Alonso at 874. No one else cracks the top 25, yet they have the best team in the MLB right now. Maybe you could argue the Yankees. It's either the Yankees or the Mets. And the Mets only have Pete Alonso in the top 15 in OPS.
That's interesting.
okay, so what are guys? I just want to know what are some of those things like that don't show up on the stat sheet that happen in a baseball game? That contribute towards
Believe
winning
it
a
or
game?
not, defensive plays, missing
Like
the
the
cutoff
shift?
man,
Like the shift.
hitting against the shift or away from the shift, those kind of things. Those don't end up in the stat book. But so many times a play,
I'm pretty sure those. I think those show up now in the stat book. Now they show up.
unforced errors. Oh my gosh, unforced errors all the time. But come back and walking the leadoff batter in the inning. It's little craziness like that over years, really over a season will just drive me nuts. Walking the
I think
leadoff
there's
batter,
an advance, but I
or
think there's.
leaving a batter stranded on a runner on third base. How many times?
But I'm pretty sure that they have that nowadays. It's just an advanced stat sheet.
They don't have.
Yeah, that's what this is.
And then there's another thing called which we'll never be able to truly define is the locker room.
Yeah, the locker room.
The locker room and the coaching staff and all those kind of factors. Those are real factors. And the front office relationships and the crowds. I mean, tell you what, somebody said this a couple days ago. I can't stand the Boston Celtics or the Golden State Warriors fan base. They're obnoxious. And I kind of went.
I don't really, man. It's tough. I just want to see somebody prove that LeBron's not the best of this era. So I'm all in on Golden State. But Boston's coach still wearing a mask kind of makes me want them to lose even more.
And then how about Steve Kerr?
Why are you so against LeBron though? Like, what's the hate? What's the LeBron hate for?
What's he like 4 for 16 on titles? And, he had like 5 shots in Cleveland. The one that he gets all the credit, but the 3 that he lost, it's always the rest of the team's fault. Sorry, the 4 that he lost.
Well, personally, I don't even give credit to LeBron. I mean, I feel like, do you see LeBron numbers in the finals when he won the chip?
The 1?
Or the 2?
How about you go to any ones that he lost and look at his numbers? Do you feel like he didn't do his part?
I feel like anytime he loses, it's not his fault. No matter how many points he gets.
I'm saying though, but it's not just points. I'm telling you, look at his numbers on the basketball court.
Okay,
Did he win or did he lose? Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double a season. Does that mean he's the best?
He might be,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Russell Westbrook's trash.
Wow.
Because his team never won anything.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm not gonna say Russell Westbrook's trash, man. He's such a freaky situation. See, that's all those other factors that come into play, guys. If there's a guy that destroys a locker room and he's still the greatest player on the planet, that's gonna come out and eventually catch up with him. Guys, you guys are all played athletics, that.
I think the Lakers team this year is a prime example.
Have you ever heard one person say that Wes Westbrook's a bad teammate?
Yeah, I've heard that.
I haven't, but okay.
So is LeBron. I mean, look at that. He got all the best players in the whole league on one team, and they didn't make the playoffs.
Okay. Anthony Davis was hurt.
I'd say he got a lot of the best players.
I feel like
in the league as they're exiting their prime.
Yeah, right. Carmelo, he's 37. Dwight Howard, he's 35.
I mean, Anthony Davis is the closest thing to.
If you look at that lineup at the
like
beginning of the year, everyone goes, "Wow, this is not fair." At the beginning of the year, and then reality plays out.
That they're all 35 in age. Yeah, that's reality.
That's funny.
I'm gonna go with Adam on that, because what we do oftentimes is we look at a team and we look at the experience, we look at some of the skill sets, and we kind of go, there's no way those teams could lose. But
I
for the Lakers,
told everybody in the beginning of the year that the Lakers will not even make the playoffs.
well, that's because you're Buck and you don't have that documented, but I'm sure you do.
And that's not documented anyway.
I do have that documented. I can call someone right now. I can call someone right now, and they will verify my words. And I don't have to. You can ask the question yourself.
We need a screenshot.
It's all recorded, so we're
You know
good.
what's gonna be fun? Is that some of these predictions that are being made now, as they come to fruition, if we got them recorded now. So who's gonna win the series between Golden State and Boston?
Well, like I said earlier,
we said Golden
I want
State.
the Celtics to win, but I have the Celtics the Warriors in 7.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking back at the NBA picks that people had here, Warriors and Celtics, I had the Bucks and the Suns, and in baseball, I've got the Mets and the Blue Jays, and you had the Dodgers and the Rays. But I'm gonna tell you what, John picked the Bucks and the Celtics, so we got to go with him. That's why Buck knows. That's why this show exists, because he's
Hold on. I think I said the Celtics too. No, I said the Grizzlies.
Well, I'm telling you, Buck knows. That's why we're here. John, you know.
So what I pick again?
You said Warriors and Celtics. I wrote it down.
All right.
How's that feel?
I mean, it doesn't feel as any different as anything else.
Right?
He goes this day in, day out.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new.
All right, let's move on to
says the guy that picked Kentucky to win the NCAA tournament.
So
I go to Kentucky every year. You guys know that. You guys laugh at me every year when I say Kentucky, and sometimes 2 to 3 years it worked. Man.
So let me take the floor real quick, and then we'll go into fantasy, because just need to put this on record. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hold on. I'm gonna pause the share while I pull this up. I thought I already had it up.
All right.
I've got
Central though. Indians are second place in the Central. Look at that though.
Who?
So the Guardians. My bad.
No, they're what? They're third place.
It looks like
Second.
they're in third. Second.
They're in second.
In the Central, they're second.
Because the White Sox lost yesterday, I think, to the Blue Jays.
So they're half games, so they were.
You know what's funny? The Guardians record places them in like 4th place, and the other two, puts them in 3rd place here, but 4th place in the AL East.
But we'll still be in the playoffs, though. We'll be a wild card. As long as we're second in our division, we'll be a wild card.
I don't know how that works now.
I don't know how that works either. I don't think that's how it works.
Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you.
How many teams are in the playoffs, John? For
7.
Thanks, Paul.
Right. But you got the wild card too, though. Do you count the wild card or no?
There's 3 wild card positions this year.
Really?
Right.
Yeah. They expanded the playoffs as part of the negotiations that took place in the offseason.
By the way, nobody's watching them. Their numbers are way down.
Well, we're talking about them, so I guess that's all that matters. Right?
We're trying to get them to watch.
Yeah, all our listeners are I'm gonna watch baseball next week because these guys said so. But baseball's numbers are down. There's a good reason for it too.
Why is that?
Well, in 2020, the NBA playoffs and the NBA numbers were in the absolute toilet.
Yep.
That was the year of the pandemic where everybody was at home, but everybody didn't like what was politically being done. So baseball is kind of doing, unfortunately, some of the same things. There is a line that's out there that says "Go woke, get broke," and MLB is explaining.
You can actually buy a shirt that has that phrase on ix9.shop.
That's right, baby. And so there's some rebellion going on with people. How's this sound? What do you guys think the average age, race, and gender is the fan of baseball? Who's watching baseball? What demographic?
Middle East.
I'll save you time. And ignore that stupid statement.
Say Middle East.
It is 35-year-old.
Puerto Rico and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Cubans and, you know.
Middle East is not Cuba. You're really scaring me now. You're really scaring me. I'm going to move on and pretend I didn't hear that. But a 35 and older white Caucasian conservative males are the number one audience for professional baseball. So you have to, whenever you are a marketing person and you're trying to make revenue, you look at who is your number one audience, and that's where you cater your product. So with those guys I just described, I don't think pride flags rank really high.
We'll see how June goes.
Yep. I mean, I love baseball. I don't want it to go away. But right now,
call me a 35-year-old Caucasian white male conservative.
75 years ago. No, 75 years ago. No, 3 years ago, MLB was on ESPN 3 nights a week. You know what they are now? All they have is
Sunday night.
Sunday baseball.
Sunday night.
So you're telling me the popularity? I mean, because they're not going to play games if no one's going to watch them. There was a game on last week. I heard that there were 110,000 people only showed up in viewership.
That's crazy.
You can't survive with baseball or anything with that many viewers. I mean, more people are watching SpongeBob than that.
Oh, wow. That's a crazy number right there.
Yeah, I'll give you some numbers because I look at TV stats sometimes and who's watching what show. And if you really take a minute and look at those demographics as to who's watching what. And by the way, cable TV and television itself is on the decline anyway because everyone does so much streaming.
Well, let me just run through this real quick. Then we go to fantasy baseball and scoot on out of here.
I'm just looking at what you got right here, and you got Gary Sanchez as an AL All-Star. Is this just for this month?
Honorable mention. Yeah, honorable mention for this month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's been
okay.
The catchers in the American League are either not playing every day or just underperforming. I wanted to put Jonah Heim in here, but
free agents, and I'm like, wow.
Who'd you say what?
You got Gary Sanchez as a All-Star
for the month.
He's on the free agents in our league.
Yeah, but his numbers actually match up. He's been slugging the ball pretty well this month.
Okay.
So just keep it in mind. But Jonah Heim, if I were you, I'd hold on to Jonah Heim. I like him.
Oh, you know that trade we set up with Veladis? Well, we're gonna get to fantasy in a little bit. Let's keep going right here. All right, so I guess you got Alejandro Kirk.
Yeah, he's Toronto Blue Jays. Go ahead and read them off, and I'll tell you about him.
Okay. Gary, what's HM mean?
Honorable mention.
Okay. Gary Sanchez. Okay, first base, Jared Walsh.
Los Angeles Angels. He's been hitting the ball real well this month.
I mean, I need a little bit better, a little bit more in depth.
The Angels are second in their division, and Jared Walsh has been hitting the 4 spot, I want to say. Yeah.
Clean up.
His slash line. His slash line's been pretty good.
Yeah,
I was going to look up slash lines before this, but
I haven't heard of Jared Walsh. Or if I have, I'm not too familiar. 10 homers, 29
Sorry, let me do this. I'll go to MLB so we can break it down like last 30 days.
I mean, I can look at that and tell like
last 30 days.
I like looking at the season numbers. I don't like last 30 days.
Well, this is the month of May All-Stars.
Okay.
So the last 30
Oh,
days is what we're looking at.
so
So, yeah.
113 at bats, 17
Yeah, it's-
runs, 29 hits, 8 homers, 19 ribbies, 7 walks, 35 strikeouts, batting 257, on base percentage of 306, slugging percentage is a 531. Okay. Yeah,
All
I
right.
ain't gonna lie, he's definitely balling for this month. We have Trevor Story and Jose Altuve for honorable mention on the second base. Jose Ramirez, Rafael Devers. Okay, I know who those guys are. Tim Anderson and Bob Witt Jr. Who's that?
Bobby Witt, Kansas City Royals, top prospect. He's playing shortstop for him.
Third baseman, his
Is he
dad
a rookie?
played. Third
What'd you say,
baseman,
Pop?
third baseman with the Royals, and his dad played in MLB.
He is not starting at third base right now.
On the Royals, huh? He's on the Royals too, huh?
Who's that?
You said he's on the Royals?
Yes.
He's
yes.
currently starting at shortstop for the
Oh,
Royals.
shortstop.
Yeah.
The Royals, worst team in baseball.
Arguably,
Well,
yes. The Washington Nationals are right down there with them.
Okay.
Go ahead, Buck.
Hold on. Who else? So I'm saying though, his dad was on the Royals too, right?
Bobby Witt.
Yeah. You said his dad was on the Royals.
Yeah, I don't remember who he played for. I don't remember. And I think he might have been a pitcher too.
Oh, okay. I'm saying if he was on the Royals, that's pretty cool right there. All
No,
right, so
not right
Aaron
now.
Judge. No, I'm done. Not right now. I'm saying like back then when he played, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
That would be pretty special. That's all I'm saying.
It would be.
Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Cole Calhoun. Who's that?
Cole Calhoun has been playing outfield and DH for the Texas Rangers. And he was one of the top 5 home run hitters in the month of May.
Okay.
So Cole Calhoun, you want me to bring him up?
Yeah, might
Bring
as
him up
well.
real
Yeah,
quick.
might as well.
He's been playing pretty well. So, yeah, there you go. Last 30 days. I guess he hasn't been playing DH. It's been all right field.
19 with 7 runs. Batting 288. On base, 35%. Slugging is 55.
Crazy thing about this guy is he has not had a full year where he's put together numbers like this. So I'm assuming that he'll probably peter out before the end of but by the time to get All-Star break.
Right.
Oh.
Hitting hot spot, just for DH, this is what's surprising. Why did you put him above JD Martinez and Yordan Alvarez? That's why I was stuck.
Yeah, because Cole Calhoun has been playing every single day. JD Martinez and Yordan Alvarez have split time, both DH and outfield. And so that's why Yordan got the honorable mention, because JD is the best hitter in the league right now. Yordan is the best power hitter in the league right now. Or, well, not actually, I can't say that because Aaron Judge is up there. Yordan is up there for one of the best power hitters in the league. But the way Cole Calhoun has been playing in the outfield every single day, that's why Yordan got the honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
So that's why. Because otherwise it would have been Yordan had to be on this list somehow.
All right. Starting pitchers, you got Martin Perez.
Yep.
What pitcher is
Texas
that?
Rangers. Texas Rangers starting
Yeah,
pitcher.
Los
I
Angeles.
heard a stat.
So look at the Rangers real quick. What the Rangers are doing? What are the Rangers doing? Because that's like the third player you got from the Rangers, if I'm not mistaken.
Whole lot of nothing, I'll tell you that.
But you got players on the All-Star for the month, so I mean they got to be doing a little.
And they're
something.
the only shining mark on that team.
Rangers
Right here. Just floating in the middle.
third. What's their ranking like between like the whole league?
What's that?
Can you do not division wise, but like ranking them by the league? Right, go to league ranking. Where
They
at?
hold the 7th spot.
So it's still in the playoffs.
So they would get the wild card. They would get the wild card.
Right. And look, you see where they,
So.
I mean the Guardians are at right there. Same
Right there.
right with them.
Nope.
So like I said,
Guardians have
they
the
get-
most rained out. Guardians have the most rained out games in the league right now.
So we
They
got
have
the
like
most-
5 games rained out. We're gonna have a lot of doubleheaders coming up.
Here's a useless stat connected with that. Youngstown, Ohio just got ranked as the #1 cloudiest city in America. And so we are 70, 80 miles from Youngstown, so that should tell you something about rainouts.
All right.
That's funny.
All right.
I like that stat.
Shane Callahan, I think he's from the
Yep.
Rays.
Yep. Both of those guys have ridiculous stats for the month.
Clay Hall.
Oh, here's my fun fact about Martin Perez. He has not given up a home run yet in the entire season.
How many? Oh, let me look at his stats real quick. I want to see how many games he's pitched, how many innings, strikeouts, walks. I want to see that.
He has not given up a home run yet this year. I think it's nuts.
So he's 4-0 or he's 4-2 with a
Yep.
1.2 RA.
Walks and hits per inning pitch is 9.93.
So
Buddy's balling.
yeah,
Buddy's balling.
so he's 4-2. So he's all right.
And so that tells you a little bit about it. If he's got an ERA of 1.42, that tells you that if he's lost 2 games, then what's the offense? What's Texas's offense doing?
He's pitched 63 something innings. So
Yeah.
6 games.
Or maybe their bullpen, should I say?
You said what?
Or their bullpen. If it's not their offense, it's their bullpen blowing games.
Right. Okay. Clay Holmes, I don't know who that is, and JP, I don't know what the heck.
Horizon. He's also a Ray. Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay.
But Clay Holmes, he's a new closer for the Yankees.
All right.
Because the Yankees, Aroldis
Oh,
Chapman's injured.
What about Aroldis Chapman?
He's injured.
Oh, okay.
But really, his average numbers have been up too. So Clay Holmes might have the closing position in his place.
So NL, you got Dalton Varsho.
Yep.
Don't know who that is. Wilson Contreras, Arizona.
Yeah, Diamondbacks.
Oh, Arizona. I thought you said. I don't know, but I don't think the Diamondbacks are gonna. I heard they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, they're doing all right. Right here. We're in the mix.
Yeah, I think they're the
7th
surprise.
spot.
Yeah, but they're usually where the Marlins are at.
Dalton Varsho. OBP 358, slug 486. It's pretty good. Here's the only caveat is that he plays either catcher or center field. Kind of a weird combo, but
You got a stolen base.
yeah.
26
Yep.
strikeouts though. And only 9 walks.
Yeah, that's okay. That's probably average.
Third on base percentage is 35%. I mean, that's
Yep.
to where I've seen everyone else's so far.
Wilson Contreras probably should have got this because he only plays catcher.
Right.
But
You should.
these two could be swapped. Dalton Varsho is just carrying the team. That's why he's on there.
The first base, that's pretty much understood already. CJ Cron, that's the Cubs, I think.
Rockies.
Rockies.
Yeah, he's like maybe top 10 in the league in home runs, I think.
Once Segura, what's that say?
Gene Segura for the Phillies, second base for the Phillies.
Yeah, I know that is.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He'd be stealing a lot of bases.
Yep. Why did he steal some bases against you?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I was watching a Phillies game on ESPN one day. He stole like 2 bases.
Nice.
You guys trying to put me to sleep, or you just or just it's just happening naturally?
Sure, I'm just going through this all the All-Star games. So what the
Do you have any
All-Stars?
input?
Let's do that on your time. You guys need some insight from me that might be thrilling and exciting.
Yeah, your thoughts on these players. You're supposed to be listening to these players, looking at these players, telling me, what you know about these players. And what you think
What
about
I know is I'm not in the fantasy league, and so I'm going to play definitely next year with you, Paulie. So my level of understanding is not what it used to be. Obviously, in the old days when I was young and spry and was following baseball stats like crazy. But no, I'm definitely on the outside looking in here, guys. So I don't have much to say about these guys because
I'll give you one guy to to ooh and ah about this year. He had a bad year last year, but let's look at Mookie Betts stats.
Mookie.
Take a look at this guy's numbers from this past 30 days. Past
Polo
30
cat.
games. Just say oh my gosh.
Wow.
He's playing like an MVP.
44 hits.
Right. This guy's batting. I think he's batting leadoff, and he has 30 RBIs in the leadoff spot.
Nice. Hey, wait a minute. The National League's DH this year, right?
Yep, universal DH.
That's weird. That's cool,
You know
bro.
what's crazy though is on base percentage is 42%.
That's pretty stinking high, John.
Yeah, I know.
That's high.
That's the highest I've ever seen.
The fact that he's carried a 756 slug.
That's the highest I've seen so far.
The fact that he's carried a 756 slug through 30 games is mind-boggling.
The last 14
That means he's hitting a bunch of home runs, triples, and extra base and doubles.
He's
Mr. Extra Base.
Look at the last 15 games.
You know what's unfortunate, though? You know
What's
what's unfortunate? As good a season as Mookie's having. ML baseball, Major League National games are only on one night a week.
What's that?
I said Major League Baseball is only on one night a week.
Nationally, yeah.
Yeah, they're on TBS though. I think one night too. But again, it's hey, baseball's got a problem. Baseball's got a problem.
MLB TV is pretty cheap though, so that's probably how they're getting their viewership.
It used to be $150 a year. What is it now?
It's 115, I think.
Okay.
For all the teams.
Yeah, except for Cleveland. You can't see Cleveland?
I can since I live in South Carolina. I can't watch the Braves though.
Okay.
I get blacked out. I get blacked out from watching the Braves.
Got it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I get blacked out from watching the Indians or the Guardians.
Yep.
But I use a VPN. Right. If you could use a good VPN, you can do it.
Yeah. Let's take a look at fantasy.
Yeah, let's take a this what I need to look at. Where am I?
Who you
Where am
got?
I at?
Who you got this week?
Dang, I'm losing, man. I'm in fifth too because I ain't been able to manage my team. Oh man, who I got this week? Go to my team real quick. Let's just look at why I'm losing real quick.
Oh, because Anthony Rendon's in the game and he's on injured list.
And my trade ain't go through still.
They got vetoed for some reason. Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Oh Lord Jesus.
All right, who got manager of the week last week?
Hold on. We're not gonna just skip about why this trade got vetoed. We gotta go back to the trade. We gotta look at the trade.
I'm trying to find it. There it is. Jerickson Profar for Owen Miller. Vetoed.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep. Just happens. It's the
What,
way
what
it
do
is.
you what do you think? What
I
do you
don't
think
I don't understand why. I don't understand why. I think it's just because you're the one trading. That's probably what took place.
Oh man. Well,
Anyway, who's manager of the league? Manager of the week. Who got it?
shoot. Let's go to it.
This is last week. I give it to I like big bets. Back-to-back wins. Because the week before that, they beat the Bryce is Right. And they come back with another 8-3 win. I give it to I like big bets. They were in last place at one point. And now they're in eighth. And I think they're doing all right this week. What about you, Buck?
I was trying to see if there was an upset. I don't see no upset except for
Yeah, there's no upsets.
I really give it to Dingo Barrios.
Dingle Barrios for sticking in there and fighting.
That's the tie. To come out of the tie. 5-11. That's nice. That's I probably give it to them.
All right. And then who's gonna be your upset this week? I give it to Prospect Simi. Because Bryce is Right has fallen apart in weekend series the past 2 weeks. Prospect Simi's my call. I'd love to see Fab Five Freddy dethrone Showtime.
That's what I was looking at. I'm like, dang, that's 4 and 6. That's pretty close. See how close they are, really. Okay.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. Only thing is saves.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, they might.
Look, Gary Sanchez, man. I told you he's balling.
Oh no, someone picked them up. Okay.
Yeah. Tommy Edman should be on soon. Anyway,
All right.
that's all I got.
All right, go back to the league real quick. Let me see the matchup so I can pick my upset. I'd probably say, like you said, the
Fab Five Freddy.
Prospect Simulator.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So Prospect Simulator is the comeback kid this week. That's the call. We'll check on it next week.
For sure. Go to the
Send off.
no, go to what's it called? Go to your matchup. Where's your matchup at?
I'm hoping I can run away with this. But
You never
we'll
know.
see. I need my guys to play this week. I need them to play in the weekend.
ERA's close. Wins are close. Average is close.
It's all close, really.
Yeah. Yeah. That can flip real quick. It can end up a real like a 5-4 type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
All right.
ready to wrap it up?
No, I'm still looking at the league, but all right.
Oh,
bro.
dang. Oh, we can look at it offline. Let's wrap it up. We've been going for an hour and a half. 2 hours almost.
Oh, look at the time.
Well, why don't you wrap it up then? Shit.
Time
Hold
flies
on.
when you're having fun. So you guys, have you guys gonna go see Top Gun?
No.
Not interested, Paul?
No.
Yeah. Bucky?
No, sir.
Really? Not interested in Top Gun. I hear it's the #1 movie, man. It's a bomb. Jurassic Park next week.
I did see that. Might go see that.
Jurassic Park. Yeah, man. You guys know me.
Might go see that.
Jaws on land.
All righty. Well, today was brought to you by IX9.shop. That is IX, the number 9.shop. Visit IX9.shop for some great clothing apparel. I have some myself. I suggest you should get some. Use the code NEXTLEVEL35. Again, it's NEXTLEVEL35 for 35% off your next purchase. Again, the site is ix9.shop. I'm out of here.
See you guys later.
Shalom.